Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today. Welcome back to the show. This is your show. It's a show where your health is your greatest wealth. Let's talk about it, your health and your life. Could sunlight lower your odds for pancreatic cancer? Pancreatic cancer, out of all the cancers that are out there, is the one that can be feared the most, only because it's so rapid and it can move very, very quickly. I've seen it take out several people, not just in my medical training, but in my close personal life as well. It's just tragic when it happens. Never easy, that's for sure. But adding to already conflicting data about sun exposure, vitamin D levels, and cancer risk, new Australian research suggests that experiencing high levels of ultraviolet light and having sun-sensitive skin and a history of skin cancer, each measurably lower than the risk for developing deadly pancreatic cancer. Now, U.S. cancer experts cautioned against making any lifestyle changes, including tanning or altering vitamin D intake. In response to the study, which is preliminary and does not prove these factors can prevent pancreatic cancer, compared to about 700 patients with pancreatic cancer in Australia, to roughly an equal number of people in the general population, scientists led by Rachel Neal from the Queensland Institute of Medical Research found that participants born in areas with the highest levels of ultraviolet radiation had a 24% lower risk for pancreatic cancer than those born in areas of low UV radiation. So those classified as having the most sun-sensitive skin had a 49% decreased risk of the malignancy compared to those with the least sun-sensitive skin, while participants with a history of skin cancer or other sun-related skin lesions had a 40% lower risk of pancreatic cancer. So in this study, the researchers matched different participants, based on their age and their sex and this sort of thing, and their demographics and socioeconomics and all of that. But at the end of the day, they said it's a big puzzle, but they found that it's amazing to them the benefits of vitamin D, how much we need, and what it can do over a lifetime as far as disease prevention. So I think it's really important to understand, it's one thing to say, well, I get a little bit in my multivitamin, or, well, my milk that I drink every day is fortified with vitamin D, yet we spend most of our days indoors and definitely not outside. And I think it's critical for our overall health to begin to understand that vitamin D levels are important. So kind of the bottom line is this. Sunlight exposure is important. If you work indoors, do what you can. Get outside for 30 minutes a day, an hour if you can, and just soak in the sunlight, be outside, breathe the fresh air, catch some vitamin D. Make sure you're getting plenty of vitamin D through your diet, because you're definitely not going to get enough in the sunlight. A little bit, you'll get some that can make a difference, but it's not going to be everything that you really need. And vitamin D plays a big role in having plenty of energy. I was talking to another doctor today. It was interesting, and we just were catching up on some things, and he said, we were talking about vitamin D, and we just thought it was interesting how for so long we all think, and there's still people today that think vitamin D is a vitamin. And it's not. It's actually a hormone. Vitamin D was classified as a vitamin years and years ago, and they created all the names. And when they found out later it was a hormone, they just left it. But vitamin D is actually a hormone in the body. So if you have hormone issues, low energy levels, if you deal with any of those sorts of things, you got to remember, we always think estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, but if you take one step back and you look at it, you'll realize that vitamin D actually plays a role in those pathways, and it's important in bone density. It's important in elevating mood. I mean, it's got so many properties to it that we found through different research studies that is just unbelievable. I'm a huge fan. I take it every day. Don't miss. Now, you get it out of your fish oil if you take cod liver oil, but at the same time, I take a ton of it. I mean, literally. You get your blood test done about every 3 to 6 months, depending on what your doctor recommends. I usually get it every 6 months, usually good, unless you got something major going on, and you can see where your numbers are. And don't let anybody freak you out. It is fat soluble, and you can become toxic. But I had a is a PhD, and he had done tons and tons of studies, and he told me that it doesn't even begin to become toxic till it gets in the low 300s. So even if it goes, the range in blood work is up to 100. You get into 125, those kind of levels. Once it gets toxic, what happens is it becomes toxic to the kidneys. So that is possible, but again, the numbers have to be really high. And if you're getting blood tests done every 6 months or so, and you keep the international units, which is what they're measured in, around usually, well, it depends. Everybody goes conservative and they say 1 to 3,000. I take 10,000 a day. And, it keeps my immune system extremely strong, and I feel great when I do that. And my numbers still, they don't crack 100. So everyone's different. I'm a bigger guy, too. So everybody's different, your dosage and all of that you need. It just depends. So always check with your doctor. Get your blood test done for vitamin D. It's simple, cheap, doesn't cost much, and the information is invaluable, in my opinion. 888-283-7272. That's the phone number. You can go online. Then also send me an email if you'd like. But our Wellness Provider Network is a group of healthcare providers growing around the country to be able to help you in your area. So these lifestyle and nutrition-based providers that really get it, as I like to put it, and they understand all the things we teach. If you need help with that, let's go to Dallas. Hi, Dallas. Welcome to the show.
You sound good tonight. I listen to you most every night that I can, at least 2 or 3 hours.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you do. I hope we're able to help you out. What can I do tonight?
Well, I got blood clot in my left leg somewhere. And they won't tell me, they don't tell me, where it's at, but I know that it's in there because my left leg is deteriorating, and I can't walk on it very far. Not like I used to anyway. I still got the same problem with the knee, but that ain't got nothing to do with my walking. And I ordered some blood thinner, a blood cleaner, not thinner, cleaner. My blood pressure is fine every time I go, and I said, well, how can it be fine if I got clots in my leg that's stopping blood coming back?
And they said
well,
to you,
that's fine.
So did they do an ultrasound or a Doppler on your leg, and they said they couldn't find anything?
No, they didn't do no ultrasound.
Did they measure your lower legs and compare both sides?
Well, they didn't have to measure it. All they had to do was look. I dropped my pants and showed them. They didn't even ask me, but I showed them.
Okay.
They said, yeah, there's a big difference. I said, yeah, that's what I've been telling you, idiot. Yeah, I hate to call him that, but I hardly ever go to the doctor.
Well,
and I'm 70 years old, and being in a doctor for a real case, I can count them all on one hand.
Okay, so they didn't put you on any medication. They didn't put you on Coumadin or warfarin.
No, my regular doctor, she put me on vitamin D, said my D level was low.
Okay.
And the last 2 times I've been there, it's been low, so I started taking a tablespoon of cod liver oil, plus I heard you talk about 50,000 units of something for your blood, and that's what she gave me.
Well, it's 50,000 units of vitamin D is standard of what most doctors are prescribing now per week.
Yeah, that's what she told me, but you prescribed it to this individual or something for 7 or 8 days on and 4 or 5 days off.
Yeah, I didn't prescribe anything. I just mentioned it. Can't do that. But, yeah, I know what you're saying. Here's the key. The key is if they didn't do any testing on you, okay, and I know that we all have intuition about what's going on inside of our bodies, but if they didn't do any testing on you to see if there's a blood clot going on, okay, and you really believe that there is, I would go to your doctor and I would push them. The testing that they do for that is relatively inexpensive. Doesn't cost a whole lot, and it's non-invasive, and it's a pretty simple test that they can run and check that. And again, if you don't have insurance or if it's a struggle for that, they can work around it and they can work some different costs for you. It's not that expensive. But for your own peace of mind, I'm a big diagnostic testing fan just because it gives you great information and you can go in there and really just kind of ask them, hey, can we do this? I just feel like in my gut there's something going on. And then you got to trust what they tell you and what the test results tell you too. So if it doesn't show anything and the doctors through their years of experience tell you, and I'm telling you, it's a lot of years of experience. It takes a lot to do, what all of us do in their respective fields. So whatever they tell you, I would go with, and just take it. I know you like listening to me, and I appreciate that. I'm grateful for that. And but I'm telling you that for someone that can go get hands-on with you, they can do the test, they can see exactly what's going on in your body. That's invaluable. You can't do that on the radio. You can't do that over the internet or television. So that's going to be important. I would do that. So a little bit of wisdom from a younger tyke over here to yourself. I think that would be a good thing to do. Also, there's, of course, your eating habits and all that. You read my book, you'll learn a lot of that. You'll learn a lot of those tips, and that can be helpful. But it's going to be good to go find that out for your own peace of mind. Then you can come up with an action plan from there. Okay, thanks for being a great listener, and it's great chatting with you. 888-283-7272. Lines are open with questions about your health. Check us out online. Be glad to take your emails, make it part of the show. And also, if you've got somebody you care about, we can answer something for them as well. We'll be right back.
To experience more of ASA RX audio, visit us at asarx.com. Hi, it's Asa here. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Do you need a new prescription for your life? I have a special gift for all my listeners. I'm giving away a free copy of my international best-selling book to help you truly live your potential. All you have to do is cover the shipping and handling, and I will give you the book absolutely free. I want to invest in you and your health this year. So get your free copy of my book by visiting myfreehealthbook.com. That's myfreehealthbook.com, and let's get healthy together this year.